Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. This is episode 196. We have Chad Tester, RedCollarRetro on Instagram. I don't even know what other nicknames. Probably not appropriate to say online, but we're glad to have you back. Chad's a favorite, a good friend of ours. And I would feel, we're like family. It's kind of cool now. We come and hang out and catch up and call each other, check in like family. And it's good to have you back on. Bobby changed his camera view, and I don't know. You like it? Because before it was the higher, like a streamer. Now we get to see his pants. Yeah, I don't know how that is.
At
Yeah,
least he's
no,
wearing
this
some.
this is this is yeah. At least I got my pants on, unlike you, you creep. So this is where I have this camera angle because the way that I set my screens up when I'm playing video games and I'm just murking on all these kids, the camera looks good right there, and I didn't feel like moving it. This is all. If you were to see the normal view where it looks down, I'm just surrounded by ice fishing stuff. I've been going through it all, making sure it's all A1, sharp hooks, tight lines, batteries
Dude,
charged.
that's the most ADH thing you can do in your life, like right there. Like that's if you
And I'm just like,
show me
boom, I
that
got it
you're
here, I got it here. I'm
ADHD
like, oh.
without telling me that
I
you're
don't have that.
ADHD.
Boom, Amazon, Amazon. Like just I got all this Amazon stuff, but yeah, going ice fishing. I want ice fishing soon,
That's
but
awesome. This
happy.
weekend during
um,
this ginormous
I might
storm,
go this weekend local just to kind of sharpen the skills, but the following weekend big fishing derby, camp in the
are you
ice,
gonna be able to drive?
camp in the ice. I'm gonna bring my snowmobile. If I pull up and there's trucks on the ice, I might, but at the same time it's not my
Sketchy.
truck. It is. And it's it would be tough to call the boss and let him know that I lost the truck in 100 feet of water. So I'll probably keep the truck
If
on
that
shore. I got a little utility trailer. I'm gonna bring my snowmobile. Actually, my dope and tape snowmobile. Brian and I made a little bit of money, and I think Brian bought a camera so he could do his vlogs, and I went and bought a snowmobile.
Like a
And I
gentleman.
put a bunch of dope and tape stickers on it, and so I have all my ice fishing stuff, and I'm gonna tow it out there, and I'm gonna live stream it. I'm camping on the ice
yeah.
for
No,
72
let me
hours
tell
or
you how
so.
this actually went. So I was like, okay, it's closer to the end of the year. We made some money. Let's let's enjoy some of it. So, and I'm gonna reinvest some money into the business, and I'm gonna go get a camera and do vlogs, and this will be great for dope and tape. And then I get a call from Bobby, and he's like, check this out. Look at this. Dope and tape now has a snowmobile. Look at this. It's like a 1,000 cc or whatever it is.
Yeah,
He said, we needed it. I put a sticker on it, Brian. Look.
it's got to be a write-off, bro. Felix, what up? Narcy, thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Got Red Collar Retro. Let you guys join up live right on time today. 2 minutes. Don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I see the last subscription we got was Tech Trainer Chris 7 days ago. That's kind of come on. Let's get it. Let's get a subscription right now. Let's let that thing pop up on the screen. It makes Brian excited.
How many
I
subscribers are
like
you
that.
guys at?
Great
Close to
question.
2,000.
Well, 1,700. It says right now what it says in front of me, and this is why I say it's a good question. It says 1.71K.
Hmm.
And so if I click it, it could be like
1.7,
15. Yeah.
which is a success. I feel
Seven,
really, really accomplished with that.
1,700, and we
I
get
mean,
on here
that's
and
a
talk
lot of
about
people.
we get on here and talk about
It's,
work.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
at a sprinkler contractor here in California. That's where I am now. I had to stop by a Starbucks because traffic was ridiculous. It was the hour drive earlier, and then when I get out of the meeting, go back to my hotel, it's 3 hours. So I don't know what they're smoking out here, but they need to get it together. Get
Yeah,
it
you're
together.
either in the racetrack all the way on the left lane on that highway, you're either in the racetrack or you're going like 10 under the speed limit. There is no in between.
It's too many people.
Yeah.
The front desk lady was looking at me like I was an alien. Like I had a horn sticking out my head when I told her, "Oh yeah, like the Dope and Tape Show. I have a podcast. You should check it out." I tell every contractor that I go to, and she's like looking at me. She's like, "What? You talk about sprinkler?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah. We talk about sprinkler. We talk about a lot of other things like mentorship and all, and it's great." And she's like, "What? Like off? Like when you are not working?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, oh,
Yeah.
like looked
Come
at me in
on,
like
lady.
disgust.
Narcy
Like
says, "Oh, Magneto, thank you for finally catching one live. Hope we can impress you. We're gonna kind of kick it off here in a minute. We like to shoot the shit, so to speak, for the first few minutes and let people join in. But Narcy says he tries to drink C4s to be cool like you guys, but they make me itch because I'm not cool enough. If your earlobes aren't itchy, I say you're not drinking it fast enough. That's what I tell the guys. You better be like scratching your ears off, right? Like
It's like
couple
a
of those,
Guinness, you gotta drink it to the label. All right.
some of those
First sip to the
flavors
label.
make you a little more itchier than others. I don't know, you be like itching your elbows and you're fucking scratching my ears.
Those are the best
I
ones.
switched to the White Monster.
Did you?
You know? Yeah.
I had they didn't have C4s, so I got a bucked up
Those are
white
good.
gummy bear. Ooh,
Those are good.
that might be my new favorite.
Those are good. Those are good ones. We got to. I like seeing the guys in the morning. I want to see you guys drinking like your drink in the morning, but with sprinkler apparatus in the background like we used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where the boys at? Like pushing the cart, taking a sip of the coffee, talking shit to the electrician on your way by. Come on back. So Chad, welcome back.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
It's a lot of.
Appreciate you
I
guys
always
being
get
on.
a lot of questions about my employment. Nobody knows where I work. I work at Arco. Brian works at Arco, but at one point we all worked together at NAFCO.
That's right.
Yeah. Did we all work at the same time, or I left, you came on, Bobby?
No, it was in the beginning when I first started. We were all there.
We were all there. Remember the
Yeah.
house? Yeah, well, we were all there for sure.
Oh yeah, the house. That's right.
House in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah,
Great
no, I
times.
remember that.
Shout out to
Do
Becky.
you remember my
Becky and Mitch.
speech? Huh?
Yeah, Shakespeare. Shout out to
Yep.
Shakespeare.
Chad and I reflect on that speech
I worked
often.
on that.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
I was standing there. I was in the bathroom mirror, rehearsing my speech.
Yeah, we
Went
talked
pretty well,
about.
dude. I will never forget Bobby's look. Like, what is he doing? Just shut up.
You get that look a lot from me, but I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna let this kid cook, and he's just like, we're sitting around a table, a bunch of people that we've kind of just met some of these people, and yeah, it was a Shakespeare speech. It was good. We talk about that, Brian. We talk about that. That's something I will never forget that.
I'll never forget that, Brian. Never.
Yeah.
You left a mark.
Wow, that was a great time.
Dude,
So
okay, so let's catch everybody up on Chad. Chad, didn't you pass something recently?
Yeah, it's been
Right?
I've been pretty
Something
busy
exciting?
lately. Yeah, I've been pretty busy lately, you guys. Things with Navco have kind of, blossomed into what they're going to blossom to. We got a lot of things cooking. I'm getting married this year.
Woo!
It's a big thing,
Best thing ever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Shout
I
out
just
to
got
Mrs. Red Collar Retro.
Yeah, she's here supporting,
Sprinkler wives. Shout
Yeah,
out to the sprinkler wives out there.
she's a sprinkler wife for sure. Yeah.
I remember on Instagram, like years ago, you posted her flowing water out of a
she's
closet.
flowing a main drain in Albuquerque, New
Yeah.
Mexico, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you guys kept telling everybody I was from Kansas because I was, on the other side of the country.
See?
That was a Bobby thing. Yeah.
That's another thing that
Well,
stuck. It stuck, right?
It did stick, bro. It did. There's a lot of people that think I'm from Kansas.
There's a lot of people. That is good. I'm trying to share this to the Discord real quick.
Yeah.
Get the boys in
the
here.
NICET license I just got my level 2 NICET.
Heck
I
yeah.
submitted
In 25?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
25, and this year I just did the application. I got to upload the rest of my CEUs and my credits and stuff, but NICET 3 I'm coming this year, boys. NICET 3 I'm
go.
coming.
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
Yeah, NICET 3 is gonna happen.
We're ready to help you when you're ready.
Paul, welcome.
Fire tech through the process. So I took the prep course that you guys recommended on the show for the fire tech. I took the class and then I didn't schedule the test. So I kind of like needed a refresher or whatever. So I hit up the fine ladies down at Fire Tech. I gave them a call, told them my situation, and like in 5 minutes they gave me an extension on my course right before the test. So it was like
That's good service.
I love those ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're great.
They're
just
awesome down
having the
there, every one of
connections
them.
now. Yeah, having the connections now. We can talk to General, we can talk to some of these people like directly, and it's something we couldn't do a few years ago.
It's
It's
awesome.
kind of cool. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And
All
guys,
right.
the people who are listening or watching live, if y'all need help, get in touch with someone that's an expert in any of the manufacturers or distributions or anything. Please let us know. We're healthy. Really, really happy to introduce you guys.
I was wearing my General Air beanie yesterday all day.
Those are good guys. I
Yeah.
like
Love it.
them.
Yeah, me
I
too.
didn't see Ray at the meeting here in California, but I'm sure I'll catch up with him. They got a lot going on. I saw they have now a all intact one piece residential sprinkler system
Yeah,
that
I saw that too.
I don't know much about it, but I'm hoping that I'll be at a conference this year and I can talk to them, about it. Because
Mountain
like
Man Paul.
Ferguson, for example, they have they have like their was it ultra something mist? Dang it, now I have to it's something mist. But
It's all off a
it's
tank,
for that.
right? It's like one big
You
Yeah.
talking
water
about
tank.
Yeah,
Plumas?
yeah. And then
Uh-huh.
Plumas, that's right. And then you
Plumas. I got
pressurize
you,
it.
dog. Just tell me what you're
And then
thinking about.
it sprays. But the
I got the
difference
word for
is
you.
with Plumas is it's like a mist. But what small water particles does to fire is incredible.
But
Like
the Plumas
it
is
really
actually
affects it completely different.
we had a really good video of the Plumas. And I fucked up the audio. I'll take full responsibility for
Ah,
that. I had the mics fucked up. So, but Plumas, it's like a little laser beam that will just shoot. It shoots mist out of the wall, and it like uses a gallon, and it just
Hmm.
like suffocates it. Like it will just use like a gallon of water, basically.
I
We'll have to do a
will
new video
give
with
you a
those guys
pass,
next time we
Bobby,
see
because
them.
you never really messed up on anything. So
Yeah, I was bummed out about that. It was last minute, and I ran over. I was trying to help out Justin and just do it. And the guy that I did the interview with was just so. Oh, he was on point. He had an awesome accent that I feel like would have been great on the internet. But we got Tech Trainer Chris in the chat. Thank you for joining. Flo, what up? You're
thank you
late.
so much. What's
I
up,
gotta
Flo?
call you out on
Dude, I
that.
got to meet Flo on Monday.
That's pretty
We
cool. I
had
seen that.
breakfast together. What's up, Flo?
Yeah, Flo
Oh, we
texted me.
had a
He's like,
great time.
he's not as cool as I thought. That's what Flo said. We got Mountain Man Paul. Paul's Wild
What's
World.
up,
He says
Paul?
Red Collar Retro is my hero.
Whoa, that's
Whoa,
a
that's
lot, Paul. That's a lot.
We got
I could
G
say the same
Narcy.
about Paul. I love Paul's stories.
G
Looking in
Narcy
the
says.
camera in the cave, and you saw the sprinklers in the cave. You're like, oh my God,
he's
I'm in it. I'm
he's
in here, Paul. What are we doing
we
next?
got 4 episodes and 4 more episodes, and Paul will be back for we're bringing Paul back for episode
episode.
200. He's special to us. He's special to the community. Sure, his wife thinks he's special too. G Narcy says, I have my fire alarm nice at 2 on February 3rd and my extinguisher 2 on February 7th, and then I should be fully licensed to do sprinkler alarms and extinguishers in California.
Nice, good for
Whoa.
you, buddy.
Damn, Narcy. That is
Yeah.
good. That is
So
an accomplishment.
I heard this today. I heard that since November,
Love that first sight from Flo.
California no longer requires the fitter card for California. They go
It-
off some kind of other certification.
Yeah, it's called I think it's the CASFA program. Basically, yeah, so when I was over in California, I was, getting ready to go down that route, but it's basically a California specific like apprenticeship or fitter program that, that's, I kind of think it's a way to keep a lot of outside trades working in the state, and they're keeping the contractors within California is kind of the plan, I think, but yeah, it's just California specific.
Strange.
I don't know if I like that or not. I think anybody should be able to. I don't know. It's like if you get some people from not to call out Alabama, but you get some people from Alabama that don't have anything, any
Mhm.
certifications, and then goes over to California. I mean, so I get them trying to control the quality of work.
Right. Yeah, you guys, I actually made a little bullet list I came a little prepared for you guys today with some
Oh
questions
boy.
for you
Oh
guys as
shit.
well.
Oh boy, here
But
we
that's
go.
since we're talking about it, that's like one of the things I wanted to talk about. Okay, so licensing and our NICET license versus real world experience, right? So, I mean, what do we experience, Bobby and Brian, in the industry is that you know, you have to have some kind of standard to fall on that says you know how to do the job correctly, right? And in our industry, the NICET is that license, right? So when you think about it, it should be just standardized across the board. But I've worked in almost 30 states in fire protection now, and every single state that I go into is jurisdictional. You know, it's like, oh, we got this license for this state, and you don't need a NICET in this state, but I've got a Boston, you know, and the job is essentially kind of the same, you know, wet and dry systems. It's a little different,
Mhm.
but it's kind of the same work, you know, so. I just feel like there's a little gap there, and you know you could go get your license, but you don't necessarily know how to install a sprinkler pipe, right? I think we
Right.
all you know, so you're looking up to this professional as he's the license holder, he should know how to do this, but there's a gap. There's no on the job experience sometimes, you know. It's like, and I came in as an inspector, not a fitter, you guys. I came in as inspecting buildings, and so like, you know, once you got to think about it, you're like, that inspector should know how everything works, how to install it. You're writing up the deficiencies on the life safety. So how is it that that person is the entry level? Because it's, you know, physically less demanding. You don't have to worry about him smacking his face with a wrench or anything like that, you know? So I think it's a little backwards. And, you know, it's just, I feel like the importance of the on-the-job training is so much, it's just as important as knowing the code,
I think
you
more.
know? I think, yeah, I do too. You know, once you
More important.
understand it, I had to take things apart as a kid to and put it back together to understand it. You know, that's just how I am. But so like one of my first questions here is, in your opinion, how well does licensing actually prepare someone for the realities of the job? You
I would
know,
say it
like,
depends on each state. I would go into a state thing
Yeah.
because fitters, journeymen, apprentices in New England, we're not getting our NICET. None of
right,
them. There's no guy. There's nobody in the field that's after that NICET. They're getting their state
right,
license, and the designer holds the NICET usually. And does the designer know how to come out and install? Most of the time, 99% of the time, no. They have no idea how to do any install, but they hold that
mm-hmm,
NICET, right?
right.
And so, but down in other states, which we could let Brian talk about, like the state license isn't as important as the NICET, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for example, I could speak heavily on Georgia. Georgia, along with the NICET certification, they required time on the job. So if you're a fitter, it requires a minimum of a certain amount of time. I know as that you have to be a level 2, right? The idea and of having standardized testing, you will never, like, if you didn't have to study the test, the book, you will never read it and study it like you would if you were gonna do it for a test. If it was just like, oh, I'm gonna study it, be better, you know, completely different. How am I coming through? Looks like you
You
are glitchy. Am I okay?
you
A
just
little
got you're
choppy,
you're getting laggy, but we can still hear you. It's
yeah, a little
honestly it's
choppy.
honestly better when we can't see you
Yeah.
that much. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you. We can hear you, but it's getting a little
But
bit
the
choppy. I just think that there's it really goes with your area. It has to go
Right.
with your area because there is very successful sprinkler men and
Mm-hmm.
women in my area, and I'm sure other areas that never have to or will ever get their NICET.
Right.
but what's that? Let's discuss that.
What's
I
what?
really like what Georgia's doing. What is
Say it
best?
again.
Like really, like what you did, Bobby, with your sprinkler card, or with California's certification for California specifics. I think I think Georgia has it together. Now they use NICET. Now they use ACE. I cannot speak on ACE. ACE came from Florida, from what
Mm-hmm.
I understand. But NICET, as far as the testing, how they have it, it's great. Their customer service is
What's
terrible,
up, Alex? Thanks for joining.
horrible. Like they're horrible. For example, my father has his level 3, but he had they messed up with his paperwork and it's just been like a back and forth and they won't give it to him. But that's not the only uh, thing, only time that something like that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So as far as NICET, I like the testing. I like everything that goes along with it, but not their customer service. But you have to get certified. So you're reading the books. So you're getting that knowledge. Now, if you're an inspector, if you're a designer, installer, you are reading all those codes to get better. If you're just going in there as a field, it's gonna take you way longer to learn that. But if you're actually studying the book to pass the test, so you have that pressure to actually really study and really learn it, plus the year's requirements, I think you should. I think there should be always a 2-year minimum of apprenticeship.
You're
I
getting a
think
little
that
bit
should.
laggy again. So for us, you have to have
I
it's a
think there should be
4-year apprenticeship in Massachusetts, and you have to have
okay.
8,000 on the job hours. It has to be
Mm-hmm.
documented by an employer, and you have to do 4 levels of schooling, which it coincides with level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and that goes each year. First year you do level 1, fourth year you do level 4, and you have to work on tests that whole time. And once you have finished all that schooling and you've accumulated those 8,000 hours, then you can apply for your test. You take your tests, and then now you can do anything sprinklers in the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah,
And
but
so
where the
it takes
problem
4
is,
years
Bobby,
of
is
on the
that
job.
you're in Massachusetts and you get all this knowledge and education in that jurisdiction. But if you were to move 3 states over, all that's out the window in some scenarios. You know what I mean? And the
In some
job is
Yeah,
scenarios,
essential.
for
yes,
example,
Yeah,
but
if I
my
yeah,
school
exactly.
documentation and my on the job hours, I would just simply have to take a test for that state.
for sure. Yep,
That's
I already
true.
have
100%.
I already
Very
have
true.
the hours and I have all the
Yes.
schooling. So if I wanted to go work in Connecticut, I take the Connecticut test. If I want to work in Rhode Island, I take the Rhode Island test. If I
Hmm.
want to work in the South, you're typically working under an owner's license. Nobody down there needs a license. Like he
Yeah,
said, in Alabama and Florida and Kentucky, all these places, one guy needs to have the license. The rest of them don't even need to be licensed.
Well,
yeah,
you
that's
can even
mhm.
open a company. Several companies do it. I'm not saying that this is right or wrong, but let's say I start a company in Atlanta tomorrow. I can pay someone else in another state to use their license.
To use their
It
nice
does
set. Yep.
happen.
It
Yeah,
does,
it happens a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. So as far as like me going and getting it for what, like outside of me
I
doing
get
my own
calls of
plans,
people looking for nice at level 3s that will go on their payroll. So
Yeah.
they can
yeah.
Shouldn't.
and so
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody hears this and you're interested, hit me in the DMs because
I
that's an
think
actual
I
thing.
think
People hit me up.
so here's I have heard between 700 um a month and to $2,000 a month for a license.
To utilize the license.
Yeah,
Dang, that's a
Yeah.
lot. We got the chat is absolutely blowing up.
that's a
Should I read
lot.
it?
Yeah, go.
The
Narcy Narcy's talking about when we were talking about the licensing in California. He said it's not really true. They removed the requirement to get into the apprenticeship, but certain jobs still require the journeyman and the apprentices, like the PW and Google and stuff. So you can work in the industry without going through the apprenticeship and becoming a journeyman, but still technically need a journeyman on every job. Tech trainer Chris says, "Wow, thank you. Wow, that's crazy, Amaz. I didn't know about the different states." Falencio's
hmm
working on get those licenses, Flo. Just keep stacking them, kid. You got a few from Fire Tech, right? Should be studying up. Narcy, again, you have to have one apprentice per journeyman, but you can have as many helpers as you want now. But a helper still can't be on the job by themselves. Every NICET license I get takes 3 months to get after I take my test. So he's talking about their customer service. He takes the test and passes it. It takes him 3 months to get his
Yeah,
license.
Yeah.
What?
it's terrible.
Yeah, I went
It's so
online and
bad.
registered. I went
And if
online and
you
registered the Dope and Tape snowmobile in New Hampshire. I had the registration in like 3 days. That seems crazy to not be able
hmm
to get your results for 3 months, dude.
So I got my results like within the week. I didn't get my license
Oh, the
and for
license.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
I
the
guess that's what he
license
said.
number.
The
Hmm.
license I
yeah, it
get
takes a
takes 3
long
months.
time.
He's done
It takes a long
five
time.
tests, Narcy, huh? You getting a pay raise every time you pass one of those or what? Tell me about that. California is the same way, but technically you have to do year 5 for CAFSA, but it's only job training, no school for 5 years. Yeah, so that's how it was in Local 550 in the union. They make you do 10,000. They make you be
Hmm.
your 5th year. you have this Massachusetts state journeyman card, and then they like still consider you an apprentice. I thought that was so silly.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I got my license in 4 years. I got
Yeah.
exactly. I took that test exactly when I could. In 4 years, you have the license. You know.
Yeah. And if you're taking the NICET test, you do not have to memorize cover to cover. Nobody's doing that. You have to navigate the book. You have
Tell
to
them
be,
about it. Cook.
yeah.
Tell them.
According to the
You're,
outlines.
yeah, the biggest thing is you guys are never going to be in the field without your book. Remember that. You're not gonna, it's always gonna be in the truck. So if you need to look up the code, get really good at looking up where it is in the chapters and the annex. You need to know where the repairs are in the back of the book and then where the code is in the front of the book.
So
You
you're
know,
telling them they need to know how to navigate it rather than know it all.
yeah, highlighters, tabs.
Yeah,
I'm
completely
not a like
agree.
rocket science, nobody's remembering cover to cover, just the really super nerds, like I've got other shit going on, but you have to be good at navigating the book, find out where it is in the chapter, and you got about a minute 15 on the nice set before you got to move on to the next one, so you can't be stuck on
Do
a
they time
question.
you per question now?
It's total time. So like
Oh,
I
okay.
think
I
it's
got you.
I want to say an hour and 40 or an hour and 50 minutes, somewhere close to that, but you got about a minute 15 on each question. So if you find yourself sitting there for 5 minutes trying to look up the answer, you gotta keep it pushing and go back to that one, like
Nice had
answer what
started
you know.
putting the NFPA books on your screen now too, so you don't even need to bring the books anymore.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you know
the
that?
information's there.
Oh,
The
heck no.
information's
That's
there.
not take
Just
too long.
What?
yeah.
You could go through your book.
Narcy
Hmm?
says that they put the NFPA books on your screen now, and you don't even need to bring the book anymore. Oh, you're
I
saying
don't.
you can navigate the paper faster, is what you're saying?
I
Yeah.
could.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
could
sure.
for sure.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
I
for
do not,
sure.
guys. I do not
What?
recommend doing
You
that.
guys are millennials.
But
Do
my
not
my
recommend
hand-eye
it.
coordination, muscle memory of flipping through
Well,
that
yeah,
thing
you're
is
in that
just
book.
yeah.
You're in there, and then you also have all your special
Click
tabs.
it,
That
click,
book
click it,
or
click it,
whatever
click,
thing
click it,
on the
click. You
screen
can't
has
click that
none of your
fast. You
stuff.
can't flip as fast as I can click. You can't click
You
that.
practice that?
You can't flip that fast. That's how fast I shoot
You
online.
practice that?
Yeah, Arc Raiders, get at me. Blue Collar Bobby, you ain't gonna win. I'm taking your Anvil and your Venator. Come on. You're still allowed to bring it, but they give it to you. Huh.
Oh, okay. It's just like something that they offer. I didn't know that. So that's good information.
Tech
Mm.
Trainer Chris says, I
Oh,
don't know,
check this
make
out. Here's another
Control
thing.
F.
I had a sticky note my
Whoa.
last test that I did. I had a sticky note on there. You can't have sticky notes.
Damn, you cheater.
No.
And
Cheating on the test,
Mm.
huh?
well, no. This is what the lady did. She got a staple gun and stapled it. And she's like, okay, now you can have it. I was like, all right, that makes a difference. Okay.
The hell? What's Control
Yeah.
F, Chris? Should I
Yeah.
press it? I don't want to
My
press it.
my first
Probably
one
like
for my
shuts me
nice
down.
set one, I wrote like in the fire pump section or in the fire sprinkler section, I wrote the chapter really big on the top of the page, and she almost didn't let me take it my first time. She's like, "You're not supposed to be doing this." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know." But yeah, there's some depending on where you're testing, and then if you're taking the test at home, like I've never done that before. I'm a different kind of taker. I need to be in the test taking
Yeah.
zone,
Oh, yeah.
So
No, me
I
and
went
you
to
are
the
very
yeah,
similar. Yeah.
yeah. You put me at home and my cat runs around and my girl's in her underwear or something, like I'm distracted. I need to be in
Whoa,
in
what's
the
that?
testing. Yeah, whoa, squirrel.
Whoa. Forget this test. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Keyword search on a document. Control F is the find command on PDFs. Yeah, teach me your ways. See, I just learned something. Control F. I don't want to press it right
Yeah.
now. Like, shut us off. Oh,
I'm
shit.
amazed by your hat collection, Bobby. That's wild, man.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. That's not even all of them. That's the collection. Then I have all the ones
So
that I
do
wear
we
are
do we
down behind there. Oh, I got
so
dope.
should
I got
the
a dope and tape
apprenticeship
hat
be
on.
2 years, 4 years?
4 years. 8,000 hours. It needs to be a minimum. You're not
No,
gonna
I mean, like, what should it be nationally? Like, what's better? Like,
eight.
is 4 years really needed?
Yes, 100%. I've
You
worked with
think
people
so?
before. I worked with people before that got their journeyman license and then they showed up and like, for instance, um, They did one thing for those 4 years. If you get in a situation
Yes.
where you're like that, where you're like, all right,
Hmm.
go pipe. They're like, oh well, I did fire caulking for 4 years, and then they go and pass their test. Like, no, sometimes 4 years isn't even enough.
Yeah.
Imagine if you were on you were with people who just did warehouse like for
Just run
8,000
pipe.
hours, and then all of a sudden, like, now you're with someone who's doing retrofits, or just piping heads a bunch of like office buildings or something.
Yeah,
Like,
just day work.
it's crucial that you get as many hours possible to see as many situations as possible and work with as
A
many different
hundred
people as
percent.
possible. If you get stuck with the same dude for that whole time, you better hope that dude is a wizard, because you're gonna be exactly like him.
Yep.
And I used to look
Yeah.
around, and anytime I would be with someone, I would always just watch how they're doing it. Watch how they're doing it extremely, like, just, and then how can you do it faster? How can you do it
Hmm.
faster, the same outcome, more efficiently, less moves, less pivots, less turns, whatever it is. It's just all about doing each step of our process faster.
I think, 4 years to one person, what did you do with that 4 years? My first couple years, I was putting myself in every fucking situation I could be in front
I
of,
was on I was
you
on a small
know?
service crew. Every day was something
Me
different.
too. Me
Every
too.
day was something different, and it was like,
Hmm.
it was so eye-opening. I was building fire pumps. We were sweating copper. We were doing
Hmm.
quick little inspections, doing flex heads, hard piping, warehouses. We're doing it all. Plastic,
I was kind of
emergency
like that
calls.
as well, all over the place. Yeah,
Hmm.
doing this, doing that job. More on like the tenant division, doing some
Hmm.
plastic and then repairs, add relocates. Yeah, I
And
was doing that for
you
about,
see shit.
I think
Yeah.
I didn't do it long, guys. I think I did it for like 6 months. And then I got my level 1 in NICET and I called my dad. I was like, hey, I'm ready to be your apprentice. And I
Hmm.
left. Went to go work with my dad.
Hmm.
My dad was hard on me, man. Ooh,
Yeah, I
hard on
mean,
me. But I'm glad he did though. I'm
same.
I'm really glad he was hard on me. If I
Hmm.
missed anything, I'll get chewed out.
Yep.
But
And
what
that's
do you know? What
big.
am I gonna do? Go tell my boss, hey,
My dad yelled at
Todd's
me.
Todd's yelling at me every day. It's
Yeah,
like it's your
that's your
dad.
dad.
Yeah, I started with a company that was backflows, extinguishers, fire alarms,
Mhm.
sprinkler, kitchen hoods. That was where I started at. And like to this day, I'm pretty thankful I came from somewhere like that, man, because you get your knowledge in a little bit of everything and you kind of understand how the whole thing works. I feel like in our industry that's like I only touch this, I only do this, like sprinkler guys don't
Mm,
want to touch wire. I understand that. I get it, but
I
once you're
will.
willing to dive in, you get to see the other part of how it works together, and then you don't need to wait 3 weeks on the fire alarm company to show up. You're like, no, 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 we got
I'll rip
this.
the
It's good.
motherboard right out of that thing. Fuck it. Don't even take it out of. Don't even take it up. Put it on test. Don't tell the fire department nothing. Just, just give me my little protector wire again, like in there, like wham wham. Paul's Wild World says 16 years, eight. You definitely have more than 8,000 hours, Paul. 8,000 hours is, you get 2,000 a
Yeah.
year. You got like 100,000 hours, brother. Tested, certified, miner's card, fire suppression inspectors, backflow certified. Never asked one time for so much as a library card. That's the damn truth. I've
Yep.
never been asked for my license.
Yep.
Never, never. And then it's like it goes to it's the same with, like, everybody requires you to graduate high school. Do they ever ask for fucking proof? I don't know what my fucking high school diploma is, right?
Hmm.
Do they ever ask for your license? Who's showing this shit? You can just, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got it all. At this point, you're just pretending, right, Paul? We don't
For
even know if you got
sure.
a license. Like,
Yeah.
who's checking it? Why? That's what we got to talk about. Why aren't people checking it?
I don't think they have the manpower to do so. You know what I mean? Like you're talking the people that are the local fire marshal, the local jurisdiction, the AHJ, they're like dealing with all the others. I just don't think they have the manpower to go out and check every license number to make sure that that tag is going to the right person. I don't think we have the manpower to do that.
Well,
So it goes
they don't
unnoticed.
even have enough manpower to check all the buildings.
Right, for sure. Or,
Oh,
some of these,
that's
no
why
offense to them, but some of them
that's
they have little to no clue on what our fire sprinklers are doing up above up in the ceiling. It's they look at the gauge, it looks good, and call it a day.
That's true, Chris.
that's the whole reason for a compliance engine. They
Yeah.
can look up all these different buildings and they don't have to go there because they just can't.
Right.
Chris says that it's in the
Have y'all
liability.
ever
When
called the
hit
fire
when
marshal
when crap hits
on
the
somebody?
fan, that's when they ask.
Yeah, it's when somebody
Have y'all
burns,
ever?
then we're gonna fucking find out who was working in
Yeah.
that building. But that's unfortunately, that's our industry. Somebody's got to burn until we figure out what the hell happened.
Every rule's written in blood.
Yeah,
G
for sure.
Narcy says that's a
I went
Chad
to
special,
court.
Narcy. What
So
did
I
you
went
do
to
at court?
for a customer. And this was my customer, and they never asked for anything. I went in there as a subject matter expert that was kind of organizing this whole thing, and I got up on the stand. I spoke. The defending or whatever attorney was asking me questions. Never asked for nothing. I've done it. I've done it 4 times now. Yeah, 4 times. It's not on a single request.
Narcy
Very
says,
good.
do you know how satisfying it is to install the piping on a pre-action system and then go and install all the fire alarm devices and program your release zones on the
Yes,
panel? Not many can
sir.
say they've done that.
Oh, dude,
Yeah, baby.
I try
Yeah,
not to
baby.
cuss, but
It's a
that's
chatty.
really badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sprinkler kid, I've had to show mine before. Some jurisdictions are strict. Oh yeah, flash that thing, dog. Show them.
Yeah, and then you get in some
No,
states
it's
where
definitely
there's like
proud.
almost no quality control where you can, I mean, I've gone into some states with a low voltage license and you're free range to install fire alarms, and it's like, whoa, 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 what are we doing here? Like,
I've
That's the Southeast. Yeah.
yep.
I know for sure the
Mm-hmm.
Southeast.
handshake.
Mississippi's bad, I think.
Quick handshake.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Did you
Quick
test it?
handshake.
Did you
Uh-huh.
test it? Yes, sir, I did. It's all tested. It's up to pressure right now. You want to see it? Tripped them all. It's all tested. I trust you.
No, I believe you.
No, it looks
I
good.
trust you.
Have a good day. Like,
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yep, yeah, we passed. What?
It's kind of scary.
Passed. He didn't even come inside.
You guys, I got another bullet
That's
point here.
allegedly. That was all allegedly.
Yeah. What you got?
I got mentorship and learning in fire protection. Okay. So my first question for you guys is who taught you the most in your trade and what made them a good teacher?
Woo.
Mm.
No, my old man obviously taught me the most, and he's
Well,
made me.
I
He was
mean,
a good
I would.
teacher because he was my old man. But after that, there's a few fitters that I look back at that were very impressionable on certain things that I do, and they were good teachers because they were actually trying to teach,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that made them the mentor that they were, because some guys don't want to teach.
Right.
And when they actually do want to teach, and it's paired up with someone who's really trying to learn, that's where that mentorship comes from, and that's like rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy named Ted Clark, I think his last name. He's in Georgia. I look up to him a lot. Good friend of mine, and he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot, and then a lot on ethics. I'm really taking this very seriously. My dad as well, and then my father he was a great apprentice, not apprentice, but a mentor to me. Mainly because like he didn't give me any inch of error, and he made me watch him for a little while, and then he would ask me questions on what to do next, and then he made me do everything, and he just stood back and watched and didn't say anything. He watched me make mistakes. If there was like a quail system, a deluge or pre-action with a control valve right above the alarm, he's just like, here, go figure it out. You know, and I like that. Actually, with Alex in the chat, I did him the same way. Hope he liked it. I don't know, but I made him do it.
Yeah, I had a fella, Doug Swanty, when I first went away from my father. He was the first real pivot point to teach me some other things. And then when I got in the union, I met a guy named Paul Ballerino, and those were both, they taught me a lot. And it was different. It was mentor. It was like they were like your father figure on the job almost, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And accountability was huge. And for me, it was never like I was an apprentice. I'm gonna make mistakes. I have 8,000 hours of learning. We talk about that, right? And so I would always use that and be like, well, I screwed up. But them holding you accountable on that mistake, that's what makes you never make that mistake again. And so when you get a person that's not trying to teach you, and then they just brush off those mistakes, and I've said this many times, if you make a mistake and someone doesn't say anything about it, oh, it's all right, man. And it's like, you're
They'll
gonna
just
make
keep
that
doing it.
mistake. You're gonna make that
Yeah.
mistake again, guaranteed, because there
Hmm.
wasn't like that shock, that accountability. Oh shit. So it's very big, but you have to be willing to absorb it and take it in. And something that I'm trying to teach my 9-year-old son now, and I live by, and I've done this for many years, is I never would say I know. I never say I know. Like there's no reason. Okay, so like don't ever say I know to a foreman. You say something. Oh, I know, I know. Just give him a yes sir, yes sir. Like okay, I know, yes sir. What's the like? I don't know. I don't like that statement. I know. No, you don't know. No, you don't know. Don't say that. Don't use that word. Just take it in. Yes, sir. Thank you. Be impressionable.
Yeah,
Took my
that's the
guys to
conversation
Ferguson
that me and
tailgate
Bobby
party
had
recently.
recently
They were
because,
stoked. They got on a
I'll
reliable
open my
truck
big
demo
mouth.
product, and my inner apprentice was happy. I never got that. Well, that's pretty cool, Ferenzi. Took my guys, he says. Dang, Flo, look at you. Tech Trainer Chris, that's the key right there as well. Someone who actually wants to learn. I'm finding I get all excited to teach someone, and the other person I've ever receiving and doesn't care sometimes. Yeah, that's tough. Technically, the LV license is good for fire alarms in California. They all fall under electrical, and it does electrical slash low voltage slash fire alarm. Each is able to do lesser license. I really appreciate the chat
Hmm.
with all this info and this typing.
You know,
Rick,
you mentioned, saying yes, sir, as an apprentice. It's yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I also believe as an apprentice, the energy that you're going to give out, like, all right, let's go. You ready? I'm excited, and you're positive and you're trying to be ahead of the guy and you're pushing him to do more. I
hmm,
think if you set yourself in that environment where you're pushing and he sees that, he will teach you more than if
right.
you just don't care. He'll be like, whatever, I gotta go work with this loser. So
No, I think
that's a
that's
big
really
thing
the
is
main, yeah, that's the main thing is it's a lot different than a guy that's grabbing the impact from you and asking you how you did that or what you did than somebody that's fucking on their phone and it looks like it was hard for them to get to work today.
yeah,
Like for me,
exactly. Because I don't
I,
want to teach that
you
guy.
don't want to
I'm
teach
wasting my
somebody that
time.
doesn't want to be there, and I don't really have the patience or time for that. So if somebody's asking me questions on how to do something and I'm willing to help, that's half the
Yeah.
step right there is they want to learn.
That was little Bobby. Was the first person I ever worked with that wanted to learn, and I'm not a nice teacher. I'm not like I don't know. It's not happy, lucky, go cheery all the time. Like we're fucking working. We're gonna get this shit
I,
done.
I definitely
We're gonna
don't
go
believe that.
home, and we're gonna have fun and we're gonna joke around. But like I'm gonna be pissed when you're doing stupid shit. Don't be doing stupid shit. And man, little Bobby just showed up every day with a smile. And one thing that I would do, and I don't know around the country, I know all structures are different, but in the Northeast, we drill a lot of shields, anchors,
Hmm.
3/8 drop-ins. Everybody calls them something different. You got a 5/8 bit, you drill the hole above your head, and the 3/8 shield goes in it, right? Or the half-inch bit for the 3/8 shield, and the 5/8 for the half-inch shield, and you get all that dust on you, and for years and years, I had to hammer those babies in, and it sucks. It's silica dust. It's coming down the back of my neck. I'm breathing it in, but I'd get off the ladder and I'd have the hammer drive. I'd say, "Oh, I love that." Right? And then like the foreman or the journeyman, they just think like you're tapped out. But like
You're
I wouldn't let
crazy.
that I wouldn't let them drill it. I would not let them drill it. I would
Uh-huh.
drill it, and I would make believe that I loved it, and my brain started to think that I actually loved it. And when your journeyman or your foreman or your fit or whatever, they don't have to drill shields, and you're doing the shitty part. That also goes a long way. That's you pulling
Yeah.
your weight. Just you know the next step. You can't put pipe up till you get the hanger up, right? You can't put the hanger
Hmm.
up till you cut the rod. Where's the pipe? Where's the rod? Where's the thread seal? Like just get the shit, put it together. It's not. It really isn't rocket scientist.
It's
You don't.
not.
You don't need to just put it
Mm-mm.
together. Slap it together. Hang it up level. And if you're slacking off, then the guy you're working with or the lady, the fellas, the crew, they have to work harder. Everybody's got to work harder if you're not working as hard. So
Mhm.
it's got to be an equal thing, and that's something that Doug taught me, is that I'd show up hungover And I did this one time where he said, you know, I was dragon ass, called it the Asian flu, dragon ass. You ever hear that? And
Mm-hmm.
he said, well,
Yeah.
he said, so would you say you're at like 50%, 60%? And I was like, yeah, I'm at like 50%. He'd say, you're gonna owe me 50% of your pay then at the end of the day if I gotta pick up your slack. And I always remember that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need him picking up my slack.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up your own damn slack. Felix says, since I met Chad and Bobby on Instagram, and they have been my mentors, and I'm grateful to them this year. I'm celebrating 4 years as a sprinkler fitter. Hell yeah,
Good for
Felix.
you,
Hell
Felix.
yeah. That's
Yeah, you
awesome.
Appreciate
guys,
you, bro.
the community's grown a little
It
bit.
really is growing.
It's like,
Felix came from
it's
left
cool to
field, and now I
see.
see him every day, right?
Yeah,
Four
you
years,
see,
Felix. Like I feel like we've only been. I gotta go back to the first time we spoke. Like we definitely haven't been talking for 4 years, brother. Where you been?
that's
I
kind of
love
cool.
this community that's growing,
Mm-hmm.
being a
Narcy
part
and
of it.
Florencio, both from CAFSA. Cali's got a big representation on the dope and tape community.
Mm-hmm.
Cali's got a big representation here.
All right, guys, I got growth and
Appreciate
impact of the Dope and Tape show.
it. Okay.
How has the podcast changed how you look at the trade?
Damn,
Um,
you really worked on these.
Yeah, I did. I came
sometimes
for some shit.
no, I think everybody pretty much knows my personality by now. Um, I'm kind of
Well,
like an action guy. But so there is a little disappointment. So we've had this partnership with Fire Tech for, I want to say, a solid year, right? It's give or take, more or less. And we've only had like a couple of people actually complete these tests and or courses of any kind to improve their career. And we're giving these things away.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
that's where it's like a little disappointing because in this life, getting ahead is actually really easy. You just gotta get a little dog in you
You
and
gotta
go,
do it. You gotta do it.
and
Yes.
yeah, you do it, you get off the phone, no offense, Bobby, get off the video game, you get off the TV, the social media, and you go and you grow. So in that regards, I'm a little disappointed, but I hope something happens in your life and you get a reality check and you're ready to change your life. Let us know. We're here to help.
Right. And now there's this show that was here or that's here now that wasn't here a few years ago that maybe, somebody's looking to actually start giving a shit about their
What?
job and they stumble across this thing.
Brian's answer fucked me up. Can you repeat the
Mhm.
question?
Yeah, so has the podcast changed how you look at your trade?
Yeah, man. I think that I've realized that at the end of the day, we're all the same. No matter
Mm-hmm.
which element of the trade you come from, we're all the same. And there's a lot of chatter. We all hear it from whatever side you're on, the non-union versus the union, and this and that, and we all screw black pipe. We're all following NFPA 13. There's other countries that are following NFPA 13. Like we're all on the
Mm-hmm.
same team, right? It's sprinkler fitters. Sprinkler fitters are like we need to unite, and so I think that we're getting better with that union versus non-union thing, and I think that we really need to just put that beside us. Like we're all
For
just
sure.
earning money
Mm-hmm.
for our families in the trade. We all screw black pipe. I'm gonna keep saying that until the day I die.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very eye-opening to see how many people show up here every Thursday, and they like there's an outlet for sprinkler people, and it's a
For sure.
community, and
Mm-hmm.
it's awesome to see that community growing. And like to touch what Brian was saying, we always talk about bettering yourself and becoming better and leaving things better than you found them, and just trying a little bit harder each day. And so we asked the community, what would be the best thing that we could do, and they fired back what they wanted to learn more and take classes. And so Brian said, like we provided that, like whether they were free or whether they were very cheap, there was only a few people that ever signed up and ever followed through with it. All right, talk to you later, Brian. And so there, like that's pretty crazy. There's like how many classes does Fire Tech have? I should know that, but like thousands,
Right.
hundreds. And so not a lot of people took advantage of that. I think even people that got the free class, they didn't is he coming back? Is he still here? It says he's here.
Yeah. So Bobby, how many times did you go out to the bar and spend more than $250? You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
every
Every
dude.
fucking time. And that's, that's a fire tech course and a NICET license
I
that's
was
good for
lic-
5 years of your life.
I was a licensed sprinkler fitter living in my parents' basement.
Yeah, for sure.
My Wild Wing tab was average 500.
Hmm.
Normal night, I was running 500 at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right. And then you hear these guys like, I can't afford it. I gotta wait for the company to pay for it. It's like, well, if you really wanted it, it's $250 for 5 year license. It's
Or
towards your
you can get
career.
it like half off with dope and tape.
Yeah. There you go.
Shout
Yeah,
shout
get
out
a
to shout out to Fire Tech, you
yeah.
know?
It's just if you want to do something, you will. You figure out ways to get booze, Remember those ways you figured out to get creative and get whatever you want? You do the same thing with things that are beneficial in your life if you want them,
Just moving forward.
Yeah.
And and to the field guys out there that think they're going to be in the field forever, there is places within the office and within the industry that don't involve being in the field, and they friggin' need you, and they need your
Hmm.
knowledge, and don't think that you got a wrench pipe for 40 years, because like once you get enough knowledge to go and help out, a different department, I'm telling you right now, the job is there. It's just waiting for you to go and apply and ask the right person for it. And
Just
there's
don't throw
so
a
much
wrench.
growth.
Yeah, just don't throw a wrench at the people in the office. Just leave that on the job site.
Right.
You
Yeah,
don't con
Brian's like, yeah, screw these guys.
It's funny.
Bobby is my spirit animal. Narcy, have you guys tried the new NFPA AI on NFPA Link? Actually, the best thing I've ever used. Makes finding code so easy. I love the NFPA Link, but I didn't get to try the NFPA AI. But
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna have to reach out to Sean and ask him about that. Actually, my finest hour was demonstrating to elementary school field trip kids how to put out a fire using an ABC fire extinguisher. That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
That's
back.
cool.
HBFP Inc., what's up? Thanks for joining. Oh, I was starting a lesson from Fire Tech on fire alarm
He's
in the field.
I got a question for you, Bobby.
I thought
What's
you I
harder?
thought you were mad at us, Brian. You just left or something.
I would like to
That's
say a
good.
second thing on that last question
Oh no,
on
you
how
left. No, you left. You lost your chance.
let me speak. All right.
Fuck, where'd my clip go that I was
Okay.
playing
Are
when
y'all
my ADD
familiar
is
with
gonna go off the chat?
Shakespeare?
Don't. No. I'll put on
No, no,
Jeopardy
not
music.
not not
I'll
no.
put on Jeopardy
Uh,
music.
my passion has
Ugh.
transitioned since the show. So before the show, it was all about making buildings better, safer, and really making a difference in what I do. Um, but now that we had a show, we had a community, and I'm getting to meet everybody. It's seriously transitioned heavily to the people. Like I just have a passion for the people that I meet and the people in the fire
Hell
protection community
yeah. That's a
that
much
are
better
doing it.
answer than your first one. Love that shit. Hold on, let me launch the air
Well,
horn real
yeah, the
quick.
first one was a little negative, but I want to
Yeah,
keep it real,
little. He's like,
genuine.
you guys
Really.
suck. Chad, what's your question that you had for me before Brian came back, left us, came back, and interrupted it?
What's harder, running a job site or running a podcast?
Running a job site, dude.
Yeah.
I just click a button and make sure Brian stays on track. Um, there's a lot that goes into running a job site, and the main part of it is knowing how to deal with each individual personality.
Right.
It's a trait of personalities. Not everybody's the same. You can't talk to everybody the same. Not everybody has the skill set. Not everybody wants to do all the same shit, right? If you got 3 or 4 different tasks, well, who would rather run lines? Who would rather run main? Who's the guy that's going to do trim? Like, you got to pick the crew accordingly to the knowledge, right? And
Right.
if one guy
Uh-huh.
wants to do one thing, don't make him do something else just because you can. Like, what the fuck?
For sure.
So running a job site is much easier if you're there. If you're there,
Mm-hmm.
you're the on-site foreman.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually probably one of the easiest things that I could do because I've been doing it so long. It's very
Mm-hmm.
hard to run it from a distance, and it's hard to be like second in command as well. The second in command guys usually got it harder than anybody,
Mm-hmm.
right? He might get to dip out a little early or get a couple little easier jobs than everybody else, but that he's taking on a lot of responsibility for no extra
Yeah.
money usually.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
The podcast, it's actually pretty easy. The podcast, and
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is, like, I enjoy, like we've already been for 54 minutes. I mean,
Right.
we got in 20 minutes before that and talked. I mean, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we've been talking for 10. This flies by.
Right.
I'm gonna enjoy
Yeah.
digging right back into my ice fishing stuff after this, but no, I enjoy it, and so and I'm sitting at my house. It's pretty cool. And we got the boys in the chat. There's maybe a couple chicks in there, but probably 9 guys right now. You ever think about firing up a training course of y'all's own? What do you want to see, HBF? Fire
Mm-hmm.
Tex needs a rival. Ooh, I don't know. Those are my friends. Service run 28
That's a lot of
hours a
work.
day. Yeah. I could do little crash courses.
We do have a what's next coming up, but it's more for the community than like for us and expanding business wise. But it's gonna be very exciting,
Oh yeah?
very
Go ahead.
very exclusive,
Cook a
and
little
we're
bit.
we're excited to huh?
You could tease it a little bit. I'll give you permission. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As long as I have Bobby's permission. So we're gonna do dope and tape merch. Now, this isn't something that you can just go and just get like a dope and tape shirt. No, no, no. These are gonna be one-offs, one-off
Yeah.
designs by with awesome graphics on the back and the front. It's gonna be like streetwear kind of style. And
I want
yeah,
hoodies. I
they're
want
gonna go
hoodies.
out
I know
once.
not everybody's gonna utilize hoodies. Some of you guys are in like, the nice sunny all the time, but we'll have t-shirts, long sleeves. I want to run some hoodies though. We need some hoodies for the cold weather people.
And these are gonna be thick. So like think of a Carhartt shirt or a
Thick.
Carhartt hoodie, but we're not going Carhartt. So we're gonna find something out, but very tough, good quality material. Um, we got a designer for to help us out with the logos and all the designs and everything else to get some unique perspectives. This person already does streetwear designs for companies. So he's very well experienced, and we want to bring this to you guys. And the first design, it's gonna. I don't want to give it away. But it's gonna. When you wear that on the job site, someone's gonna say something for sure.
Make them in
For
tall
sure.
sizes for us big guys. We got you, Narcy.
Yeah, we need some talls. We need some talls, baby.
It's good. It's gonna probably be we're not made of extreme money yet, so it'll probably be a pre-order thing. So you'll be able to let us know your size in advance, and we won't like then
Yeah, it's all
nobody gets
exclusive
left out.
pre-order.
We'll obviously get 100 more or something, but don't be trying to tell me your size now. What do you think's going on? What do you think this is? If I put all those sizes in, there's gonna be all kinds of info falling out the other end.
Yeah.
Not now. No, we'll get your sizes on the website. It's probably gonna be launching on the
Speaking
Dope and
of the
Tape
fire tech
website.
courses, does anybody want one? Anyone want to do one? Huh?
Felix says he was gonna start a lesson from Fire Tech on fire. Felix, we'd like to gift you a fire alarm course. You gonna do it? You better do it. I'm gonna make Chad find out you're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Felix, I told Chad that he should find some random one-off drink, the hardest drink to find, and I told him I bet you would find it.
He
I did.
does. He
I
finds
did.
them.
I
He
did.
does. Yo, and you guys, I tried the mango. There's a C4 mango that's got some spice in it. I don't know if you guys like
What?
spice. Yeah, it's a little crazy for
I
me.
didn't
I
like that
couldn't.
cereal one.
No.
Did you
Uh-uh.
do the cereal
Like,
C4?
I tried the cereal one, yeah.
It tastes
No.
good like that, like for
ooh.
1 second, and then it
But
just
then the
has like this
aftertaste, like,
aftertaste of like feet. Ugh.
yeah, it's not good.
Not. Bobby, ask
Uh-uh.
Chad. I would send a T-shirt and my logo.
Yeah, he
Man, y'all
did.
are
He did. I have a t-shirt for you. I
Me?
do. Yeah, for you that
All
Felix
right.
sent me.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
y'all
I
will
got
just
some
put anything in your
stickers
mouth,
now too,
huh?
you guys. If you
Jesus.
guys want some stickers, hit me up. I'll send them out. I got new stickers. Let me know.
Yee yee. Yo, chat. Really appreciate you guys. for the most part, this is the reason we do this, is for you guys. If for anyone that's watching that gets kicked out of this, gets a little education out of this, place to go and talk. We do have we got something coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, it's
Safe
this
House.
Sunday, you guys, and Dope and Tape. Thanks for letting me talk about it here for the last couple seconds. But I'm going to be starting a safe place for anybody in the trades. You know, it doesn't even have to be in the trades. It can be anyone that needs a safe place to talk, pretty much. You know, there's been some people hitting me up saying, "Is this like a AA class?" This is not an official AA class. This is an NA meeting. There's no 12-step program. This is literally just a safe place to go get some stuff off your chest that you might not have before this class, you know, like um being in control of it. I'm not going to let any hate go on. You're not going to belittle people for their stories and their bad, you know, like whatever they're going through, this might be super important to them. So it's an hour the last Sunday of every month. I'm giving a safe place for men and women to come talk and just get some shit off their chest. Sometimes that's all they need. So that's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
much what it is.
And if that right there caught you off guard, I mean, I quit drinking in 2019, May of 2019. Chad also, been sober all that time. So, and I know Chad's on that road as well. I had a
Yeah.
really, really bad drinking problem, and
Mm-hmm.
it held my career back for many years. Um, but hey, we put it in the past, and if you need to talk about it, you want to get something off your chest, you want to ask an opinion, that's what it's there for. I think Chad will be sending out the link. I'll be in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be off air. It's not
I'll
going to
be
be
there as well.
recorded. It's not going to be live. None of that. So, if you want to be involved, please reach out. We'd love to see you. And we'll
Yeah.
see you guys next Thursday and every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard on YouTube on the Dope and Tape Show.
Thanks for
Dope and
having me,
Tape,
guys.
Dope and Tape out.